show here, and I'm fairly certain that not a lot of people are going to be up right now. So this is for you guys that are. Now then, Deku, he is still confused on what happened, and this is whenever all I would just say, come on, as he actually just shouts this. Deku looks confused as Bakugo walks in. Bakugo quite simply says, "Ah, good, so you're finally awake." Now, as Deku actually looks at Bakugo, he is very burned. He has some scars on his face, along with the fact that he also does have a prosthetic arm. He's asking Deku's asking Bakugo exactly what happened to him. Bakugo would just say, well, I'm surprised you don't remember. Well, not really. The explosion was pretty huge. Explosion? Well, does he still not remember? No, Bakugo, it seems that being in the simulation for that long messed with his head a little too much. Okay. As Bakugo walks over, putting his hand up, saying that after that day in middle school, he was hit with the explosion, falling forward immediately. That is basically Deku falling into the simulation and messing with his quirk in the virtual world. Bakugo would just tell him that the fact was they were able to do this to you, but your quirk is still somewhat weak. Yes, your mind knows how your quirk works and how you've been using it, but your body still doesn't. In fact, as Bakugo would immediately bring his hand up, he shows that Deku he can still throw explosions through the prosthetic. This is basically the fact that the prosthetic can store up sweat and Bakugo can blast it forward, upwards through the palm. Now, Bakugo would just say that him being in the simulation for that long was not good. Now there's a kind of something weird. What do you mean weird? Well, you see, I'm not a hybrid, but my quirk still works. In fact, you're a bit special. What do you mean? From what I know, your quirk, you manifested it, or your whatever you guys like to call them, conduits. Your conduits manifested. But you're the only one who I know who does not have a quirk, but you still are able to use all these powers. So, what does that exactly mean? It means, Bakugo, that this boy is very special. Bullshit. I'm supposed to be the special one. This is whenever they would go on saying that that is not true. You, in fact, you're a prodigy, but you're not a specialist Deku. What do you mean? Whatever exactly happened with him, he was able to get all these powers. Not only that, his body, the way it reacted when we put it in the simulation, was like nothing. That thing was made for people who, well, they didn't cost thousands of dollars. But lucky that the guy funding this operation gave it to us. Now then, this is whenever would just say that is fine, but they must leave now. As Deku, he would head home. Now, whenever he's heading home, he actually would just try parkouring or running with Neon. But before he can get up too far away, he's on the roof running as Toru would actually catch up to him and actually stop him, asking him if he's okay. Deku would just say that for the last however long he's been in there, everything was a lie. Well, no, actually, not everything. What do you mean? Bakugo's simulation chamber was actually in the next room. From what we've been knowing, well, Kirishima knows more about this, but Bakugo, he actually enjoyed being in there and spending time with you. Are you serious? Yeah. I remember we were having lunch one day after we got out, and he was talking about how that fight was actually pretty impressive. But he did look pretty sad whenever he was talking about how he just wishes that he actually felt something. Felt something. Oh, right, his hand. Yeah, that's not the only thing. What do you mean? He's partially blind in his left eye. Really? Well, yeah. Whatever happened, it scorched part of his cornea, or his iris. Not sure which one it was, but let's go, as she immediately just runs off. Now, Toru's parents basically told her that she had to be home before this time, if not they were going to come and pick her up. But Deku escaping the simulation that day basically threw everything off schedule. So they have a bit of time before anyone will find out. Now, All Might, he actually somewhat would see them running, and let's say he at least catches them and at least tells them that they should have gone straight home. Deku would just say that he just wants to stretch his legs. He doesn't know how long it's been in there. Would you really like to know? Yes, I do actually. I idolize you. Yet you just, what? Throw me into a virtual world and act like I don't exist? What was that about? Boy. Or can I call you Midoriya? Whatever. Young Midoriya, your power is special, but the way you've been acting and using it before, you keep saying before, I don't remember before. All I have are vivid glimpses and images, along with the fact that I was apparently in an explosion. Just tell me what happened. You acted out and actually... Toru would just say that whenever you found out you could absorb different powers, you actually tried absorbing mine. Wait, I tried taking your power? Well, you tried copying it and basically being able to use it or unlock it, or however you want to call it. But I can tell that you are different now. Since you actually asked me, or you actually were pretty nice. So, that's kind of how things are now. She can forget about all that, but All Might seems to remember way too well. Okay, well, I guess I can get over that, but... Yeah, Kirishima actually was also surprised. He was actually able to somewhat hold you off till All Might came. Wait, All Might subdued me? Well, actually, he was nearby. Why was he nearby? I don't know. I think he was passing through the city. I'm right here, you two. You can ask me questions. Were you passing through the city? Yes. Why? Because I needed to pass through before my incident. Well, after my incident. So, that has been Deku. He would get annoyed and he'd immediately use his smoke power and immediately just fly home. Now, what I mean by that is, since Deku's 7 years old and his power is very strong and he's very light, he'd be able to, I want to say, at least just dash up into the air and maintain the smoke ability. Actually using the flame things to find his way home. Basically like a version of Orbital Strike, but he does not try and kill anyone or hurt them with it. Now, after that, Deku, he would just arrive as he walks to the door, and he actually makes sure everything is real. As he walks over the TV trying to absorb the video. Finding that he can't, he would just look down at his hand and just ask Inko why she sent him there. Inko would just say that she did it because they said it could help you. And it did. Look at you now. Well, I don't remember then. Really? What? You don't? Then how far do you remember? From as far as I know, I only remember before the explosion. Of course. Now, Deku, he would be briefed and actually talk about a lot of things that have happened since then, as they now are sitting down and having food. Mitsuki and Bakugo would actually come over as Deku. He would see Bakugo and Mitsuki's actually really interested about what happened with Deku. Now, Mitsuki would just constantly ask Deku how it was in there and how were things. Deku would say that it's nice, but now he remembers a whole other life he's never lived. As he immediately gets up and goes to his room. As he does that, this is whenever Bakugo, he would see this and he'd get up and try to walk over to Deku's room. He knocks on the door asking Deku if he's okay, as he gets no response. Bakugo immediately opens the door as Deku's window is open and he just sees the neon flying into the darkness, jumping from rooftop to rooftop. Bakugo just immediately thinks that, okay, well, it's a good thing I at least got this, as he turns his prosthetic and pulls out a wire. Basically, he's actually wrapping his prosthetic around his arm and actually fastening it so that it will not fall off. As he does that, he immediately starts chasing after Deku. These two are flying above and through the rooftops as Deku is thinking that he was thinking about a tag, or he was thinking about doing something. Now, what should he do? That tag he was drawing when he was younger, this might be a good idea. But where should I put it? Oh, I know. As Deku, he flies to the top of a water tower and immediately just brings out his finger. As it's covered in neon, he just starts drawing with his finger. As he creates a raven, or a purple neon raven. And he just writes freedom on top of it as he runs off. Now, as that happens, Deku, he would immediately get caught up by Bakugo as Bakugo actually tries to tackle him, but he immediately just goes through. Deku would stop and he'd actually ask Bakugo, "Why are you following me?" "Well, you see, I was worried about you, jackass. If you were worried, you guys would not have locked me up in that prison. That was not a prison, and you know it. Well then, why can't I remember?" What? How much do you know? As Deku would explain, and then Bakugo would begin explaining and catching him up about a lot of what's happened. Basically explaining that after the explosion, a lot of things went down. As soon as he manifested, he actually somewhat exploded into that horrible thing that he did back in the simulation. It basically kinda just took out a little bit of area, but the boom from the explosive did more damage. Deku would just ask how much. Bakugo would just explain that the entire city block was on fire for about 10 minutes. Deku is still surprised, as this world is different from the one he left. Okay, I'm gonna go check on my tea real quick, guys. Well, of course it's different from your world, dumbass. They set you up and try to keep you stable. Stable? Yeah. Whenever you first got brought in, your power you kept turning into mist, and you even clouded the entire room. From what I've heard them say and speculate, I heard that you nearly choked an entire researcher from the inside out. Anyways, listen. This world is different from the one you left, but that's because it's the real one. That little world you were in, it was a fake. It was fabricated. You can bash it with a tire iron and get rid of it forever. Now, the reason why this one sucks so much is because it's real. You feel that pain, and that means that you are there. It means this is real. But I felt pain in simulations. That was fake. Man-made. Fabricated. They just give you a couple volts to certain nerve endings. As Baku would actually punch Deku in the face. Deku would actually fall backwards, and he would actually bring his hand up. Because that actually hurt more than whenever they were training. How did that hurt more? Because if they bring you over a certain limit, then that makes you a bit more unstable. But as Baku actually cracks his knuckles, this is a golden opportunity. You said you wanted that rematch, right? So you really were there. Of course I was, jackass. They're not going to pay $10,000 for an AI. They could, but they'd rather it be cheaper. Besides, as Bakugo actually puts his hands up, Deku immediately rushes towards Bakugo, and he actually starts fighting with Bakugo, as he's using Neon. Except, he doesn't like dodging this time. These two eventually beat the shit out of each other until they both have to walk home. They're actually doing that, and people are walking by and passing by, and they're seeing these two are actually very bruised up and laughing with one another. Are they drunk? No, they're just kids. I think they were fighting. How insane. Some people need to watch their children. Deku, as soon as he hears this, he just shouts, "Go fuck yourself." Ugh, rude little child. Bakugo immediately just brings his hand up, flipping the guy off, saying that they were dealing with some issues, so they deserve to at least not have to hear his shit. As they get home, Mitsuki is actually not surprised, but Inko is very surprised. Deku just acted out, and he actually ran off. She would have quite simply asked Deku if he was okay, and Deku would just say he's fine, he just needs some time to breathe. But, as he somewhat smirks, he at least knows this is real. As he finishes eating dinner and goes to bed. Now then, let us cut to about a year later. Deku's been back in school for a while, and things have been sorted out. The fact is, now he can actually train his quirk properly. Quirk, no. His conduit. He just calls it a quirk because conduits aren't really accepted these days. Everyone knows that it's not really an actual quirk, but Deku just focuses on Neon. He's focusing on Neon because it's basically one of the things he likes the most. He can tag with it, he can run fast with it, and he can almost fly with it. In fact, he can use it just like smoke by actually using fabricated shots. People know Deku has the ability to use other things, but they're just thinking that he has he has to do something in order to switch. Or he at least has to... They essentially think that he at least has some weird quirk, like he observes it and he's able to do it. So they just think, oh, he just watches the same clip over and over again. That's how he's able to change off from different quirks. But they're just kind of confused on where Neon Hero is. Now, that is where I'm going to be leaving this off, guys. I do hope you enjoyed the video, and have an amazing day. I will catch you guys later. Before anyone asks, Deku, he was 7 at the beginning of this video, and with that 1 year time skip, he is now 8. So, you can now delete your comment. Because I've been seeing comments on that in my What Ifs whenever I do essentially in the past. People think it's right before the start of the anime, or it's in between those 10 months. So I gotta specify that. Alright. I will catch you guys later.